pleasant good evening to all of you guys. Hope everybody's doing well and hope you guys had a wonderful day. Today I'm going to be sharing a dish with you guys which is no other but eggplant or belange or baigan. And today's dish will be a vegetarian dish. I'm going to be cooking it with some potatoes to add a little bit of extra flavor to the baigan or belange. But for all my vegetarian friends, I do have recipe for you guys as well. So guys, I have here 3 belange or baigan or eggplant, whichever way you call it, but I know what it is if you call it eggplant or baigan or belange. So I'm gonna cook, these are what I'm using for the vegetarian dish today. So what I like to do is cut the top, and then I like to take some of the skin out but not all of it. So I'm just gonna take some quick pieces around the eggplant or the belange, and I like to cook it with some of the skin. I don't put all of the skin because if it's a big one like this, it will have too much skin for me. But the skin have nutrients in it, and it also add a nice flavor to the dish. So I would cut it up back into pieces like that, and then from the looks of it I can tell this one will cook fast, and then I'll just quickly chop it back like this, and you can cut it how you like. Once you have it cut up, it will cook anyways, but I'm just showing you how quickly I do mine. And if you cut it smaller pieces, it's gonna cook faster as well, but I just usually roughly chop mine like that, and I'm gonna keep doing that for the rest of them. I just want to show you guys I'm adding 2 potatoes because I have a son in this house and myself that loves potato. We can eat potato in any of our dishes. So I'm gonna use these to add in this dish, and we will put together a beautiful eggplant or belange or baigan fried in tomatoes and potato. So I peel my 2 potatoes and I wash them, and I just want to show you guys when I'm cooking, like if I'm frying potato with belange, I just thinly slice my potato, because when you do it this way, like this thick, when you do it, because I'm frying it, and frying doesn't take long to cook, it will cook faster, because when I'm doing a curry dish, I cut them thicker pieces because curry have to take longer to cook. So this is how I usually cut my potato when I'm frying it in any dish, and I find that it'll cook nicely and melt away. So these are the ingredients I'm going to be putting into the belange. I have here 4 headless green onion. I have 2 stems of fine thyme. This is optional, but I just like to put it for some extra flavor. I have 4 cloves of garlic. I have 1 red onion, and I have a whole big pepper, but I'm just gonna use half or quarter, depends on how it smells when I cut it open. I'm gonna cut these up, and then I'll show you guys the next step. So I'm gonna put in all our seasoning here now into the pot. Have about a teaspoon of oil warming up, my garlic and my green onion. Have to be careful with your hand. The red onion and pepper and everything is going in at this point. I guess I leave the oil to hot too much, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go down the stove a little, and then we're gonna give this a stir. Okay? Too much steam in the face. All right, let's slow it down. So sorry guys, the fume from the pepper. This might be a hot pepper. So I'm gonna fry this up about a minute or so, and this is looking nice with the red onion, the yellow and the green. And I'm gonna add into here some tomato paste. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of tomato paste because I have 3 eggplants, and those are the big ones, so I want to make sure that I have enough tomato paste in there. And guys, the tomato paste will give it a beautiful color and a little bit of flavor as well. I find tomatoes goes very well with belange or eggplant. So I'm gonna mix this in. I like to add some tomato paste in my vegetarian dishes because it helps to enhance the dish, like change the color up, make it a little bit prettier, and add a little bit of flavor as well. Now I need to turn back the stove on. So most of my vegetarian dishes, I like to add some tomato paste. So this is the perfect way I like it. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna add my belange. I have it in some water. When I cut it up, I usually leave it in some water. So I'm gonna put in the potatoes and the belange or baigan. And for all my vegetarian friends, this is another dish that you can enjoy. So there goes the potato, and I'm gonna add the rest of the belange in here. So I'm gonna put everything at this point. And this is nice. These are nice belanges, so I know they're gonna cook fast and melt away. I'm just gonna add all my seasoning now. I have 2 little stems of thyme. That's optional, but I like to add it in here because it gives a nice flavor to the belange. And I have, I'm gonna also add my tomatoes. But what I like to do, I'm gonna add salt right now. And I'm just gonna add 1 teaspoon because I like to add and taste. So I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt. And then I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of black pepper. So in goes my black pepper. And I'm gonna give this a nice turn so we can mix up all the ingredients well in here. I can hear it frying up like crazy in the bottom here. I have to hold it to something.
Be careful.
So I'm gonna turn this up. I'm gonna leave it to cook for 2 minutes before I add the tomatoes. And this is gonna start springing some water. So I like to cover it, and when you cover it, it will start springing its own water. So I'm gonna cover it and leave it for 2 minutes, and then I'll come back and show you guys how it looks, and then we can add our tomatoes. So let's check this after the 2 minutes, and it is looking good. It started to like stick to the bottom. So I'm gonna add my, and it smells nice, right Matthew?
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna add my 2 stems of thyme, and like I said, this is optional, but it adds a really nice flavor into it. You don't have to put a lot. And in goes the tomatoes, the 2 tomatoes from my garden. I'm gonna just put everything in, and we're gonna turn this up. That tomato is gonna spring up a lot of water. And this would take no time at all to cook, guys. What I'm gonna do now, I will cover it back for another 2 to 4 minutes, and until the tomatoes melted and the potatoes cook, and then this will be ready. So another beautiful vegetarian dish. Look how nice it looks. So here it is. I actually emptied it into a pan because in the pot you can't get to see good and there's too much steam going up. So I just empty it so that we can see better. But look how beautiful it looked. I can see that the potato is starting to, like it's almost done. But I like when it's melting away. So I'm going to give it a few more minutes. And I want to taste for salt, because at this moment we can add whatever we have to add, and it feels like if I need to add a little bit more, about a half a teaspoon. So I'm just gonna turn this up, and I'm gonna turn this up, and then I will taste it again after, because I don't want when it finishes it doesn't have enough sauce. And I didn't add water or anything into this. This is the water spring from the tomato and the belange. But when you cover your dish, I find for me, when I cover and cook the dish, it usually spring up its natural water, and then you can open it towards the end and leave that to dry out. But I would like it to cook a little bit more. I don't like to see the potato not fully melted. So I'm gonna do about 2 more minutes, and then I'll show you guys the next step. So here it is, my belange and potato, fried belange and potato, or eggplant if you want to call it that way. It's done. I'm gonna take it out now. I add a little bit of salt, and the flavor is good now. So we're eating this with roti tonight. You can eat it with rice, or you can eat it just like that with a piece of bread or some naan or something. But it's one of my favorite dish, and I put half of that hot pepper, so the flavor of that pepper just came right through. So I'm gonna turn it off now. I'll plate and let you guys see. So here we have it, our belange and potato with tomatoes, and I made some roti here to go with it. Today we're gonna have it with roti. So I'm gonna dish out now and let you guys know how it tastes. Here it is. I will taste and let you guys know we're eating it with roti today. And please remember, guys, to check out the One Guyana Food Festival cookbook when it's out. There's gonna be some amazing recipe for all those who like Caribbean or Guyanese cooking. There will be a lot of different recipe for you guys in there. I'm gonna just show how the potato cook. It's all melted, and I'm gonna take a nice big mouthful. This one have a lot of pepper, so I didn't add pepper sauce or achar, and it's vegetarian. So to all my viewers and subscribers, especially my vegetarian friends, cheers to each and every one of you. Guys, so good. There's a lot of pepper in it, and that brings out such a good flavor, because for vegetarian dishes I always like to eat it with something spicy, but this one has enough pepper, which is so good. And nothing like when you add some nice soft potato in here, the flavor is amazing. So guys, please remember to eat vegetarian dishes sometimes. It helps to clean your body out. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please remember to do so. You only have to subscribe to one video. I'm gonna take another bite. So good. Until then, you guys stay blessed. Have a good night. Bye for now.